But you know, there again, for whom our discussion, let me just, for fun, give me your name again. Floris. For whom it makes sense, the discussion we just had, Floris and I. Raise your hand if it makes sense to you. Okay. But you have, for whom it did not make sense, raise your hand. Okay. And you're not raising your hand for either.
No.
It made sense or no, what happened between you and I?
It makes sense.
Okay. That's all, yes. Yeah, but some people feel like they're critical. Yvonne, it didn't make sense, yes?
I was lost.
Yes, okay. No, but, oh, by the way, something very important. I was talking to whom? Give me your name again. Sorry with the name. Caroline. Caroline, it's interesting, right? Interesting discussion because Caroline works with her hands, right? She tells me, maybe I translated for her, was the idea that for her, she thinks with your hand, right? In your work. We good? Yes. And I was telling that Aristotle, for Aristotle, the two signs of intelligence of man is the mind and the hand. He said animals, they have fixed hands, they have stupid hands. He said they go to sleep the way they are during the day. But man, he has hands that are intelligent, they can change tools. He said they can change tools, right? And I was telling her that sometimes she has a hard time, and you know, your mind takes stuff and all that. And I was telling her, I have that problem with my hands. My hands are stupid. That's why every time I try to repair something, you know, it's more messy than before repair. So I prefer not to repair. You know, the idea was I have stupid hands, yes, and, you know. But so if people in this process here would not necessarily use, if sometimes you get lost, don't worry. It's the case. Sometimes I get lost too. I listen, you know, I don't know. So it's normal. You know, it's very intensive. For example, this whole little thing about the little logical thing about the whole. When you read, for example, the Parmenides dialogue, you read 3 lessons. Oh my God, what happened there? I started. Oh my God, what's going on there? Because it's stretching to the limits of the mind. Yes. So if you get lost, don't worry, no problem. Yeah. And then it's like a marathon. Maybe you come back and this. So don't think that I see this practically. You think you're the only one. You know, that does not follow. Plus, we spend a lot of time together. It's the case with anyone. By times, you're lost. Yes? You know? Makes you feel better?
That's okay.
You are okay. Okay, sorry.
You're not concentrating anymore.
What?
I was lost.
Yeah, we're lost, though. And I think it's important. Yvonne can say, I was lost. Huh?
You were on breakdown.
Yeah, okay. But to come back to this, yes, that's the, you know, so anyway, so if we sometimes we don't follow, but the point is not to understand everything, not to completely, but you can make some sense out of it, you know, completely, perfectly, live this to the, you know, some other metaphysical, yes, okay, but to make sense of that, yes. And for me, it's very interesting, this, because then I have to, you know, to discover what is the reason? What is the reason? Why? In fact, who understands, as an insight, why we have this difficulty, Flores and I, on this business? Who has an idea? Who has an insight on that? What was our difficulty, him and I? What was the lag about? Anybody knows? No? Somebody?
It was conceptual.
No, not you, Floyd. Now you rest. Go ahead.
It was conceptual.
And therefore?
There was logic.
Yes. And that would explain what? What does that explain? You teach philosophy, right?
Yes.
You find that problem when you teach?
I find?
This problem, you encounter it? Never.
With the students, yes. Yeah.
No, with the walls, of course. Yes, you find that problem in teaching?
Sometimes.
Do you have an insight on it? What is it all about, that problem? Or no, you just see it and you have no particular insight on it?
What? I don't understand the last word.
Insight. Intuition.
Insight.
Intuition. About this problem. Or not? Tell us. Or it's a secret?
No, it's not a secret. I understand when I speak to him, to them.
Yes, but what do you understand?
That they have a logical problem. a language, a conceptual problem.
And you saw this in Flores?
I think so.
You think so? You think she's right or wrong?
I think she's wrong.
She's wrong. Tell her you're wrong.
You're wrong.
Okay, no
Sorry.
problem. And, are you apologizing? Are you apologizing? Oh, we're gonna have to do something. We have a principle in these workshops. When somebody apologizes, then he has to apologize for having apologized.
Yeah.
We don't have to apologize, you know. He says you're wrong. You think you're right.
Yes.
So you apologize when you think you're right. Don't
No.
answer that, sir. But it's all these mechanisms. No, you can say, no, I think it makes no sense. I think you're wrong. Well, right, yeah. Okay. So, is there any
another problem?
Huh?
I saw another problem.
Which one?
Orientation.
Go ahead.
Different orientation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. What are the different orientations?
Maybe Florence had a different orientation.
Which one? Which one?
Maybe from his either environment or...
No, I don't want to maybe. Did you
Okay.
pick up something which
Yes.
in his way? Go ahead.
Yeah, I picked up his orientation may not be philosophical.
What is it?
I think much of psychological.
You take it or not? You agree or not? You think it makes sense or it doesn't make sense? Say it doesn't make sense.
I don't. No.
No, you don't agree. Okay. He doesn't want it. No problem. See, the point is that somebody throws a hypothesis. No, but it's there, and okay, we don't have to conclude this. Anybody else has an insight? Do you have an insight? Yeah?
Well, knowing that Florence is a sociologist, then maybe he's...
Just sociology. No. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. But never trust people. Okay, no. Go ahead.
So maybe his notion of the whole is like Durkheim's, something that can be greater than the whole conceptually. Society is greater than the sum of its parts.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's
Is that it? Do you think makes that? Would that be it or no? Still not.
No.
No. But you see, what's interesting? You have 3 proposals, and you have refused the 3 proposals so far. For me, that's always very interesting, right? You like that?
I like it.
Are you surprised you refused the 3 proposal?
No.
No. That's Floresian?
No.
No. So you're surprised at 4.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you've changed your mind.
I don't follow it anymore.
Okay. It's very simple. Let me show you. It's a typical trick I use, so I'm going to show you. It's a good trick. See, it's like the magician showed. I did this, then I did that, and then I did that. I invite you to notice that you have refused 3 proposals basically.
Yes.
Right? Remember? And you said, yes, I have refused. Okay?
Yeah.
Then I ask you, are you surprised? Yes? And you tell me no. Now, if somebody is not surprised at something, that means he's familiar with this thing. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So if he's familiar with this, that means he has done it before.
Yes.
And if he has done it before, that means that happens to him, that refuses other ideas. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So, are you surprised or not at the fact he refuses other ideas?
Am I surprised?
You were giving 3 hypotheses. Are you surprised by the fact you refused them?
No.
So it's something you know that you do.
Yes.
Okay. So how do you call somebody that in general refuses ideas of other people?
Not Flores.
Okay. Thank you. I call this investigating subjective truth, and I see a little dissonance here, but no problem. But independently, do you see the process?
Yes.
Okay. This, by the way, are you surprised is a very powerful question. Very useful. Because it's unexpected and it gets you to a lot to see how people function. See? Because are you surprised in a very innocent way? Invites you someone to see, do you see yourself in this or you don't see yourself? But anyway. Any other hypothesis, Flores, before we move on?
Yes.
You choose. You have 3 proposals. Which one do you take?
Where are the 3 proposals?
We'll look around, hands up. And then after that we'll stop. Yeah.
Can you please tell me your hypothesis?
You are not discussing on the same grounds. You are interested with the contents of the report Oscar is interested in the process thinking.
Does that speak to you or no?
Yes.
Okay. Ah!
Wow.
George! You're okay. Anything that's interesting. Okay, anybody else? You want another one?
Yes, I
Go
like
ahead.
them all. Yes.
I want them all. Okay.
Sorry.
My insight is that you don't really want to put the question. You just want to explain yourself, your ideas.
Okay. You take that or no?
No.
No. Alright. Anything else?
That's okay.
Almost mirroring what was said by George, yes. It is a difference. What happened between you and him is a difference in world view. And world view is a totality. You're talking of conceptual orientation, you're talking of philosophical, you're putting even the academic, even sociological, everything. Both of you are worlds apart.
But what are the two worlds? You have to name those two worlds. What are they?
You are taking the whole thing as a total. I don't want to use the word whole. He is looking at it from a point of view of particular.
Of particular. Let's stop there. You take that or no?
Yes.
Okay. Good. The last one, you already had one too?
Yeah, I think you had a conclusion, a general conclusion, but you didn't have the premises. So you did the wrong way to, well, we have to pick the premises first and then the conclusion. You already had a conclusion. Your premises were false to this conclusion.
You take that or no?
No.
Okay. Now, I was saying, you take it or you don't take it, but you have heard it. And you cannot pretend virginity again. So, I think you really want to have that one? Then we stop. Okay, last one and we stop. Go ahead.
You didn't agree with me.
That's
But
an accusation.
when you agree with George,